Assalamualaikum warahmatuilahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Lubis, NIM 215111172. So in this video, I will read the context of the audiobook from Marvin Lewis, which is about how to improve English speaking. Okay, let's get started.
Okay, the first, being understood clearly. Basically, when you speak well, people will be able to understand you better and clearly. When you speak very fast, then people will not understand a single word that you say. Also, if you speak well, people will have better understanding of the message that you want to impose. For example, if you mumble, people will have the impression that you may not want to be there. It may also appear to them that you do not want to talk to them, so you're just mumbling instead of making them hear what you're really saying. But when you speak clearly, people will listen to you, and they will surely understand the things that you are talking about. The second, being a pleasure to listen to. Isn't it good to know that people enjoy listening to the things that you are talking about? Keep in mind that effective communication also depends on whether the audience is listening to you or not. People will not listen to you if they do not enjoy the experience of listening to you. If you sound nervous, then people will most likely think that you are not prepared in delivering your speech. People will think that you are not a good speaking, thus taking you as boring. As a result, they will lose interest to what you are saying and you will not be able to communicate well with them. The third, being more confident. If you know in yourself that you are a good speaker, then you will most likely develop that confidence whenever you have to speak in front of other people. If you develop a good speaking skill, then you will develop confidence as well. Speaking well guarantees you that you will not fail because you are prepared to do so, and you know what you are doing. This in turn will make you more confident to speak up and engage more people to listen to you. It will be easy to communicate when you travel and meet new people. One of the most interesting benefits of improving your English fluency is that you can travel around the world freely without worrying about communication issues. You have the chance to meet new people, both when learning in a group and when traveling. People usually get more open and friendly when you speak their language. Besides, when you are foreign language or even multiple foreign languages, your option for traveling destination become great. It is easier to visit a country and to enjoy your stay there if you know the language. The local people will appreciate that you can speak their mother tongue, and it will open up new opportunities for you to learn more about other people's lives and cultures. And as you know, the world is full of interesting and extraordinary cultures that are so different from each other, and sometimes so close to each other at the same time. Knowing foreign language lets you discover more and see the world from a different perspective from a fresh angle. Believe me, not everyone has the chance to see all of this, to enjoy and understand the life of others or know about their history, philosophy, and their way of living and loving. People who have the chance to travel the world have a greater appreciation for the finer things life has to offer. 2. Your brain energy is boosted. Because a language is a whole new complex system that includes grammar, vocabulary, as well as different rules and structures, your brain has to retrain itself to think. It has to absorb and assimilate all of it. As a result, your brain starts working more intensively and your cognitive thinking, critical thinking, and problem-solving skills begin to evolve. When speaking English, one always has to choose appropriate wording and phrase to express themselves in a meaningful way. Different languages have different nuances, idiomatic expressions, and meanings. Hence, the speaker has to choose words and structure from the variety that they might know and negotiate the meaning before using a word in a sentence or a phrase. This involves massive problem-solving processes and needs practice and more practice. 3. Your memory is enhanced. The more you use your brain, the better it will serve you. Improving your plans doesn't just involve being able to use different structures, rules, words, and sentences. It also involves remembering how to use all the aforementioned things. That is why people who master multiple languages usually recall names, direction, and places better than people who master only their native tongue. One more thing to note regarding multilingual people is that different studies show that people who know more than one language have very sharp minds, i.e., they can notice things better than monolinguals. 4. Your mother language improves. We hardly ever think before we utter a word or a phrase in our mother tongue. We use the grammatical structures in the vocabulary that we have built up over years, and we do so automatically. However, when learning a foreign language, we start comparing it with the one we already know. As a result, we start paying more attention to the grammar, vocabulary, punctuation, and structure of our native language. This experience provides us with the opportunity to improve our mother tongue as well. As a result, we become better communicators, listeners, and editors. These skills surely help us in our everyday life. 5. You become good at other subjects too. Learning a new language helps improve your performance in other subjects too. Different studies suggest that multilingual people get high scores on various standardized tests, as well as listening and comprehension exercise as compared to monolingual people. 6. You get better career opportunities. Employers like employees who can't communicate properly. For you, this means you will have a greater number of career opportunities. The majority of employers think that plain employees add value to the workplace and that their skills are vital for an organization or a company. 7. Being able to convey authority. When you speak with a studied voice, which implies authority, people will in turn take you seriously, thinking that you have an authority over them. Moreover, when you are the leader in your school or in your work, your people will then believe that you have authority over them because you speak authoritatively. 8. Being able to entertain people. Speaking well can eventually entertain your audience and sustain their interest in your speech. Always keep in mind that entertaining your audience is one of your aims. When speaking, it makes you think about your listening and how you would be able to keep them interested in what you're saying, instead of just focusing on how good or bad your performance will be. Basically, good speaking skills help give your speech a variety in terms of the subject matter, volume, pitch, tone, and others. It also gives you spontaneity, humor, enjoyment, as well as story or anecdotes as you deliver your speech. And the last, being able to build rapport. In communication, it's very important that you keep connected with your audience. Always keep in mind that it is important that you know your audience and you build rapport with them. Good speaking skills will in turn engage your audience to listen to you. You will be able to build good relationships with them through effective communication.
So, the conclusion of what I read is like this. If you want to improve your English speaking skills, you must 1. Don't speak too fast because people won't understand a single word you say. But speak well, then people will listen to you and they will surely understand you clearly about the message you want to convey. Keep in mind that good speakers will also be able to build good relationships with your audience through effective communication, because your audience is interested in your speaking skills so that they maintain their interest in your talk. 2. Don't be nervous, because if that happens, then most likely people will think that you are not good at speaking, so they think you are boring. As a result, they will lose interest in what you have to say and you will not able to communicate well with them. But speaking more steady voice, which implies authority, so that they take you seriously and are ready to deliver your talk. 3. Be a confident person, because if you are confident in your speaking skills, it will make it easier for you to communicate with other people, especially when traveling around the world and meeting new people. You don't have to worry about communication problems anymore. In addition, you will also find it easier to get good career opportunities because employers like employees who can communicate well. Apart from what I just mentioned, we also have to memorize a lot of vocabulary, grammar, and know the phrase rules and structure first. After that, we can train ourselves to be less nervous and more confident so that we can speak well. I think that's all for me. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatuilahi wabarakatuh.